And we are back on El Sampler Pod. This is your boy JJ, and we got Javi right over here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, sign up for the memberships. And hey, we got another video for you. And then on top of that, can you smell what The Rock is cooking? The man, the myth, the legend has returned. We had a big return a couple of weeks ago with John Cena coming back and actually wrestling somewhat, even though he hasn't wrestled yet.
What?
Right?
No, he hasn't wrestled. He just did that segment yesterday, which was kind of interesting. But it's typical safe thing to do, I guess.
And then now you got The Rock, you got the chosen one. I can't.
The
think
great
of any
one.
The great one.
The
There we
great
go.
one.
Dwayne
The Brahma
The
Bull.
Rock Johnson.
The Poontang Pie eating.
Pie eating. SmackDown. Eyebrow raising. SmackDown. I can't remember. Anyways, man, he is back. Hopefully, I doubt it. He is back for good, but I think he's not. I think it was only a one-time thing, unfortunately.
It could be. I mean,
Right place, right time. You know what I mean? Like,
well, right place, right time, but also very placed in. And I think part of it may have been a PR stunt on both sides. One, because you just had the merger with AEW and WWE and UFC, so they formed TKO. We know Rock is a big fan of MMA. He's also obviously one of the biggest legends in the history of WWE. Then we have also The Rock. I would say this last year has not been the best year for him in terms of his projects. Black Adam. He had another thing with Oprah the other day, something with some kind of thing with Hawaii that I really didn't pay that much attention to. But there's been like a few things that have kind of made him look not perfect. Which if somebody takes care of his image, is him, because you never see anything said negative about The Rock. And so that may be an issue. The other thing is, remember, WWE just fired like 100 people from their offices because of the merger, because you have a lot of redundancy, which it sucks. And, hopefully everybody gets back on their feet and does well. But but I think that may be, what better distraction than having The Rock go on SmackDown on the show that was named after him? What do it's perfect. And everybody forgot about the whole WWE thing. Nobody's talking about that.
I was going to say, the thing is, like, Pat McAfee coming out made sense because his show on ESPN was in Denver, Colorado.
Yeah.
So, and then the same day he had The Rock on his show. So, like, you know what I mean? I totally forgot that he was in Denver. Mm-hmm. And then whenever I saw, like, oh my God, like, yo, they're doing SmackDown in Denver. So it's like, oh my God, like, if I would have thought about, like, that he was there, I would have put 2 and 2 together. But it was actually
But maybe
great,
not even
man.
then, because you're not even thinking that. You're like, okay, it may happen, but you're thinking The Rock just got on The Rock's plane, went out, and went back to The Rock's home and did whatever he's going to do, right? That's what I'm thinking.
Clanking and banging and clanking
and banging. So, but that's what I'm thinking, that he's just going back home or whatever. So I'm not even putting 2 and 2 together at that point.
I mean, it was great that I didn't, because, like, dude, my reaction, like, I was watching it in bed. My wife was next to me, and then we were just having a good time listening to Pat McAfee coming at Austin Theory, and then he's like, "You want to talk about you want to talk about that is your show? No, it's not. It is his show." And can you smell? And I'm just, bro, I got off my bed, bro. I jumped out of my bed. I started screaming. I'm like, oh my God, The Rock. Too bad it's for fucking Austin Theory.
Spill on aisle 3.
Yes.
On aisle 3.
Bro, like, too bad it was for Austin Theory. My wife was like, why for him? And I'm like,
It makes sense. It makes sense because he's a new up and comer. He's a chicken shit heel. He's up and comer. Plus the fact you're not putting him, you're just testing the waters to see what's going to happen, what the reaction of the people is going to be, because we don't know. We don't know if people are actually going to reject Rocky or they're going to, which obviously we expect everybody to like him, but you never know.
Bro, like, nobody was ready.
No, it was a complete surprise.
It was awesome. Like that was probably the biggest surprise from WWE in a very, very long time.
Yeah, like I told you, my wife screamed like a maniac.
Now I did wanted to say, like, Theory, I'm gonna give him. I have to give him an A+.
He did great.
He was there toe to toe.
He hung
with the great one, and then on top of that, whenever he was like, so and so, does it matter or something like that? And he was about to say, so it doesn't matter.
I didn't like that to a certain extent.
No.
The teenager in me got pissed off. I was like, no, you don't do that to The Rock. You do not do that to The Rock.
Bro, that was gold.
But it was good. It was really good. It was really good. It was really good.
I was like, he's learning.
And I like that The Rock was kind of like, all right, cool, good one.
I'm gonna give it to you.
Yeah, but I think also Austin Theory is a better match for The Rock than John Cena was. Because remember, John Cena, The Rock is great in delivery, but in terms of improv, John Cena is a better improviser than probably anybody has ever been. So he can spar with anybody. That's why he even beat The Rock in a couple of promos. Not because he was louder or because his delivery was better. It was because of what he said. And he's like, it's like that time where he calls out The Rock, where he's like, oh yeah, at least I don't have to write the promos on my wrist. And it's like, ooh, bro, like that was like low blow. That was just game over.
I was just hoping while they're talking about, oh, like it's my show, blah blah blah. I was just hoping that you will hear the dun, dun, and then it'll be the Roman coming out. Yo, like that, I'm pretty sure the stadium would have probably like erupted. And then they go The Rock and Roman face to face. Oh my God, I was just picturing there.
And then you know what I would see? You know what I'm seeing right now? All of a sudden, they put cameras on Jimmy, and Jay, and Solo, and they're all like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
That would be them. He's not even part of the Anoa'i family.
And then Paul Heyman is like, I can make some money with this. He's just thinking what he can do, how he can take advantage of the situation. That would be Paul Heyman all day long.
Facts.
Yeah. But do you really think they're gonna face each other soon? Do you really think so?
I don't know, bro. Internet is going crazy like always whenever it comes to The Rock and Roman Reigns. So like The Rock actually was talking to Pat McAfee because apparently the Roman versus Rock match was set on paper.
Supposedly,
and it was set up and everything like that, and then it just fell off for some apparent reason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
supposedly.
Supposedly, I think Rock said because there wasn't really anything there or something, like they really didn't move forward with it. I think it may have been one of these things because we know that Rocky and Nick Khan are really good buddies. I think they've known each other since they were kids or something like that. The CEO of WWE. So apparently that's who he was talking to, and it may have been a thing. But in the end of the day, if Vince and Triple H don't give it the go, that's not going to happen because of creative. In the end of the day, it may sound cool, but it's creatively it has to work.
I think it might have been because of like the whole Sami Zayn storyline thing taking way too long. Then you know what I mean, like putting on the contract for Cody Rhodes, like, hey, you're going to get a championship opportunity or whatever. So like having those two things is like. But realistically, who would have wanted to see Cody versus Roman? If you give everybody the option, we're gonna make a poll. Would you rather see Roman versus The Rock at WrestleMania? Would you rather see the rematch of Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns, even though he doesn't even deserve a rematch because he lost?
Yeah, that's a whole nother topic. But but I definitely want to see Rock just out of the Just because it's, I mean, come on, biggest star maybe ever in WWE, the biggest star in Hollywood, period.
Dude, that show would be crazy.
Yeah. Now, I think one of the biggest issues, in my opinion, could have been one that they may have wanted to keep the title on Roman. So if you bring Rock in, Rock's going to have to win. You're not going to bring The Rock in for him to lose. I mean, he's way too big. Because no matter how big,
he would lose. I think he could.
No. No matter how big
he
Roman
can take it. He can afford it.
Why? Why would he do that? It makes no sense.
I
It makes no sense for him to
if
do
you
that.
really want Cody to be the one, the bit bad, but it's like realistically,
Cody
like,
Rhodes
yo,
beat The Rock. No.
Yeah, it's like you put the Cody Rhodes beat Brock Lesnar. Technically, he beat The Rock because he beat Roman and The Rock didn't beat him. He beat John Cena, Kevin Owens. The list goes on. You know what I mean? And it's like, bro, come on, man.
No, but honestly, going back to Roman, I do think that it could have been that it was set in stone already, but then they're like, wait a minute, the whole Sami Zayn thing came up, the whole Jay thing came up, so they were probably like, wait a minute, we can extend this a little bit more and then leave it for WrestleMania 40, which numbers wise, it is a bigger number than 39, right? Sounds better, and it could be, and it could be, and it could be. The other thing is that at this point, I think that it's time for Roman to lose the title, and if Rock wins it, it's okay. Last year, it's like, wait a minute, we still may have something left here, but honestly, right now, I mean, the Bloodline, I don't know if it's on purpose or what it is, but the Bloodline's looking super weak, and Roman's not looking strong because he's pulling a John Cena. You can't see him.
That man's not there.
So not even, and that's the thing. And I can, and at this point, I almost gave up on him wrestling. I'm like, dude doesn't even show up. Like there's a difference between you not wrestling, which is bad in my opinion, and then not showing up at all. Like there's only so much you can do. There's only so much story stretching you can do to make it work and make him still look strong. Because right now, Roman, in my opinion, has lost a lot of his mystique. Like he does not look invincible anymore.
I think the only way that they can kind of like make him. So like if eventually it's gonna be The Rock or Cody facing him at WrestleMania, you have to bring that power back to him. So I think that he has to have a couple of one-on-one matches, and then just look super strong and destroy and things like that. I think he's hurt, bro. Like realistically,
but
I
at
think
least
he's
show
injured.
up. But he doesn't have to. Do like a send a video like from home. They can record a video from home.
I get it.
They can do a lot of things, and especially because even The Rock, when he was Hollywood Rock, he used to do that all the time. He's like, "Oh yeah, you guys don't deserve for me to be there," and then he cut a promo, and it worked because it was like he's so arrogant, and it would work because he's a tribal chief. He's this great, whatever.
Yeah, my thing is like the way that I'm seeing it. I get your point. The way that I'm seeing it is like by him not being there is actually giving opportunity to a lot of other people to have a storyline, and then for them to work with it. You know what I mean? Because like before, whenever Roman would come out, it was like pure bloodline.
Yeah, I understand.
Right.
But
it was
really
like pure
think,
bloodline stuff.
Yeah, but do you really think that WWE is banking on that? They're like, oh yeah, let's give other people chances. It's not a charity, bro. It's like you earn your spot, and that's what wrestling's always been known for. So yeah, then Roman leaves, and there's this enormous vacuum there. So other people have been able to kind of do better, which is good, but it's more of a side effect than an actual direct effect. It's not supposed to be that way, and that's my whole thing. Like I think Roman, and like I said, honestly, at this point, somebody beats Roman, instead of being like, oh my god, they beat Roman, it's gonna be like, okay, cool. Like it's not really gonna have anything. Like his whole thing of like, oh yeah, he's had the title for 65 million years. At this point, it almost doesn't matter. Like I almost don't care. It's like
I think all of that stuff.
It's weak. It's such a weak run in my opinion. It had its high moments, but it's been extremely weak. Like, dude, like at least show up, do something. You know. It's like it hasn't been around for what, like a month already, at least.
I was gonna say, but like realistically, if like WWE is not gonna want him there, then hey, he ain't gonna be there. Like, you know what I mean? But I think personally, I think it's good that he's not there to give opportunity to everybody else. Now, I get your point about like, oh, he's supposed to be there because he is the world heavyweight champion. Blah blah blah.
Man, I hope he's okay. I hope he's,
I think he's injured. Like I legit think he's injured. And I don't know, man. I don't know. Like right now, it's kind of like becoming interesting of like what they're doing with Jimmy and Solo and like the whole bloodline thing, because it's kind of like a, is this gonna happen? Is this not gonna happen? Are they gonna
To me, it's almost unnecessary twisting of the story. It's already getting to the point where it's like, okay, how else are we gonna twist the story?
Yeah. I think it can help it in this case. You know what I mean? And then like, what if eventually is Jey Uso
to take over?
No, beats Roman. What if Jey Uso is the one that wins the Rumble?
I don't know, because
beats him in WrestleMania.
See, the thing about it is that, and that's where I'm talking about this guy in a little bit, where you have Cody. I don't think it should be Cody, because Cody's moment was at WrestleMania, didn't win. Next, we had Sammy, we had Drew, and any of those three moments would have been massive. Like, it would have created legends out of those people, but not anymore. I mean, now it's like, oh, we already saw this. Like, it doesn't have that same mystique that it did. And plus the fact, and especially with somebody like Cody or Drew, they really haven't suffered. Like, because they really haven't had like an actual feud. Even Cody really didn't have a feud with Roman. It's more like, I want to finish my story. You know, it's like, I don't care about your damn fairy tale or nursery rhyme or whatever the hell you call it. I don't care.
You mean that match in the contract whenever you signed?
Yeah, like, I don't care. There was almost no story. It was more like, okay, you know what I want to talk about today? You know, it's like, no, dude, that was terrible.
I want to talk about my father.
Yeah, I was almost gonna do a Mike Tyson. I was heading down that path, and I was like, wait a minute, wrong guy with the list.
Eighth, baby. You got eighth.
Yeah, get funky like a monkey, baby. Like Dusty Rhodes would have said. But but that's the thing. But I don't dislike any of these guys. I just don't see anybody at that level. And now it's almost like Roman's never going to have anybody at that level. So it's his title reign is almost, meaningless. Because what's the purpose? Yeah,
he's just going to retire with the champion. It's just.
But the thing is, nobody's going to care. If it would have been last year that he retired, or let's say right after Mania, he's like, I'm retiring, I'm gone, the heat would have been insane. Now he retires, it's like, okay, cool. Like, there's almost no meaning. As well as right now, Cody beats Roman. Who cares? Like, honestly, who cares at this point? It's like, he still didn't beat him the first time. He still didn't beat him the first time.
Build him up again. Not build him up, but like kind of like the next match, the next couple of matches, dominant. Nobody getting fucking involved, and then he just wins.
No, that's right. That's right. And little by little, I think I have use a SAT word, I guess, conscribe to your idea of a savage Roman. Like, when he comes back, just come back full blown killer. Like, he's just gonna destroy everyone.
How he came back the first time,
yeah. But even more ruthless. But be like because I remember, because we've been talking about Hulk. Like, he could be the Gray Hulk at this point, or the Red Hulk, whatever it is, the one that's both. He's smart and ruthless. I think that would work. The other thing is that I haven't heard that on another podcast. But what about him coming back with a new bloodline? Because these people have failed him. Which in that podcast I also heard, there was a 100% Wrestling, which actually those guys are pretty good. I like them a lot. One of the guys was saying that, what about AOP? They're coming back. They look huge. They're huge guys. So what better protection
Australian?
What would The Rock say?
They look alike.
It doesn't matter what they are. Okay. Bro, Yokozuna was Samoan. He was playing a Japanese guy. It don't matter. And he doesn't have to, and it doesn't have to be, because Paul Heyman is part of the bloodline, but he's, a white guy.
The wise man.
Yeah. And that's fine.
That's my Triple Chief.
And actually, when you look at what Paul Heyman was telling Solo, he's like, yeah, Jimmy is part of your bloodline, but he's not really of our bloodline.
Yeah.
So it could be the same exact thing. He doesn't necessarily have to be blood to be part of the bloodline. It could be, and I think those two guys are imposing. They're intimidating. They look scary. Hopefully they don't get injured like they got injured every other day. It seems like when they were in NXT, yeah, AOP, they were good, but I think that they have that look that you could say, oh crap, who's going to stop these guys now? Because even Solo looks tiny next to these dudes.
Yo, he does.
So something like that, he needs that power. He needs to just be ruthless, destroy everybody, and then have someone to face him eventually and beat him at WrestleMania 40. Because I don't think it should go past 40. I don't care who it is at this point. I don't care if it's Dominic. Somebody beat him. Somebody beat him. Please just stop it. Like, even he's probably like, just please take this away. Just stop.
I'm done. I want to go and make movies.
But you're not taking my damn chili pepper necklace.
No, I'm keeping that.
I'm keeping
that.
But
I was gonna say that will definitely be interesting. I would like to see that. It will be crazy, man. I do personally want to see Rock versus Roman. It will be like, who do you go for? Especially me, because like I'm a big Roman fan, but like I'm also a big The Rock fan. Yeah. So it's like, who do you go for? You know what I mean? I just want to see them in the ring. Like they don't even have to say. They don't even have to say anything to each other.
They could do the whole Hogan. They could do the whole Hogan Rock thing. Remember, with the face.
Yeah, like literally, that's all I want, bro. That's all I want.
The story's already built.
Yeah,
and that whole thing in Young Rock, bro. And the whole thing in Young Rock, that was so good. He's like, oh yeah, our match is too little. It has to be in WrestleMania. Like, what? Like, could you imagine if they actually pulled that off? They could use that for the promo. Like, it's ready made. Like, the video, everything is perfect. And then in that match, you could definitely have the elders. I would actually put the elders. I would put Alpha Sika, Rikishi, The Rock's mom. I would have all these Samoans just there sitting outside and put The Rock's mom in the middle. like, all right, let's go. Come on. Let's see who's the real tribal chief.
Like, Roman loses, and then it's just like everybody's disappointed. You know what I mean?
In the end of the day, they all hug. They all hug, bro. Like, come on, man. That's how it has to end. They all end up faces.
He loses, but then he turns babyface.
No, yeah, they all turn babyface. They're all going to be baby faces, and then Roman's going to retire. He's going to ride into the sunset. Then The Rock puts him in The Rock's truck, and then The Rock takes him to Hollywood to The Rock studio, and he puts him in The Rock's movie. Hey.
And then after that, they're gonna be going clanging and banging in The Rock's gym.
And then Roman's gonna be like, "Bro, what are you doing?"
Clanging and banging and clanging and banging.
He's gonna be like, "Bro, I don't use any PEDs. I don't use that. So I used to, but not anymore. Until I got caught." You clearly have not gotten caught, but that's fine. Hey, man.
But yeah, man, it will be crazy. It will definitely be interesting. I would love to see it. I don't know, man. I hope it happens. But anyways, bro, don't forget to like. Don't forget to sign up for the memberships. Don't forget to subscribe. And hey, man, share. And let us know what your thoughts are. You know what I mean? Let us know. What do you think? Who would you like to see? Roman versus Cody at WrestleMania 40, or The Rock, the great one, versus the tribal chief Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40. Let us know what you think. But anyways, this was your boy JJ, and you got Javi over there. Deuces.